Hello and welcome to Sports 360, your ultimate destination for the latest news, highlights and insights from the world of sports. In this edition of Sports 360, we will bring you the top stories that's making headlines in the world of sports. Today, we take you to highly anticipated 17th season of the IPL Indian Premier League, which kicked off on Friday. From MS Dhoni stepping away from captaincy to Ruturaj Gaikwad's first win as Chennai Super Kings skipper. Cricket Australia's decision to postpone series against Afghanistan to Hasaranga Test comeback fiasco. We will also give you all the latest updates from the Paris Olympics. From the world of football, we bring you official logo of FIFA World Cup 2030. Not only this, we will also take you to the world of tennis, where Simona Halep hits back at Caroline Wozniacki about his cheating remark. And wrap up with African Games in Ghana. So sit back, relax and get ready for a thrilling ride through the world of sports. But first up, the cover story we are tracking this week. Well, first all the updates from the 17th season of IPL. Chennai Super Kings beat Royal Challengers Bangalore by 6 wickets in the IPL opener at M.A. Chidambaram Stadium, Chennai on Friday. RCB recovered 273 for 6 against CSK after opting to bat. Skipper Faf du Plessis, who scored 35 off 23, got his team off the blocks before the visitors collapsed 278 for 5. Anuj Rawat and Dinesh Karthik shared a 95-run standoff, 50 balls for the 6th wicket to give some respectability to the total. Mustafizur Rahman was the standout bowler for CSK, taking 4 wickets. In response, CSK got home in 18.4 overs after contributions from debutant Rachin Ravindra, seasoned Ajinkya Rahane, Shivam Dube and Ravindra Jadeja. IPL has a knack of throwing up players into the league who go on to make a name for themselves. Players who would have otherwise hardly got the opportunity to emerge at the top level. IPL, which is home to dreams and aspirations of many Indian players, has a legacy of its own. One such player is Delhi's leg spinner Prince Chaudhary, who was picked up by IPL franchise Punjab Kings for his base price $24,100. DD India's Abhishek Prasad tracks his journey.
When in India around March, expect some thrill, some excitement and some cricketing action. Millions take to TV sets and mobiles to tune in to support their favourite teams and players play in the Indian Premier League. The country's flagship T20 cricket tournament that started in 2008. Thousands of players have participated and seen their career change take an upward curve. Delhi's leg spinner Prince Chaudhary is checking on his final preparations before he steps up for the Punjab-based franchise in IPL 2024. His life came to complete circle when Punjab Kings bid for his base price of ₹20 lakh in the IPL auction.
317 is our next player. This is Prince Chaudhary, spin bowler as well. And we have a base price of 20 and selling to the Punjab Kings at 20 lakh. For you, Punjab, at 20 lakh. Thank you so much.
The 24-year-old recalls December 19, the day of the auction. A complete silence descended on the house the moment his name was announced.
मैं वहाँ पे बार-बार चेक भी कर रहा था फ़ोन में कि मेरा नाम आया, अभी तक नहीं आया. बट जब एक्सेलरेशन राउंड स्टार्ट हुआ शाम के 6:30-7 बजे, तब जाके मेरा नाम आया था और पंजाब ने मेरे लिए दाव किया था, तो बहुत अच्छा लगा. घर में एक 10 मिनट की ऐसी मासूमियत हो गई हो जैसे क्या हो गया हो. मेरी मम्मी, मेरे पापा सब रो रहे थे.
लेकिन जैसे ही इसका सिलेक्शन हुआ आईपीएल में, तो हमारे फ़ोन बजने शुरू हो गए. हमारे रिश्तेदार, हमारे दोस्त, सभी को फ़ोन मुबारकबाद आने शुरू हो गई कि प्रिंस चौधरी भाई सिलेक्शन हो गया. एक गाँवों से फ़ोन आने लगे कि भाई प्रिंस चौधरी का सिलेक्शन हो गया. एक बड़ी बात होती है हमारे समाज के लिए.
Another rookie spinner with an unusual action is set to appear on the grand stage. While every bowler faces the batsman at the point of delivery, which is also the technically correct way. But Prince would look towards the umpire with his head turned down while delivering the ball. Once decided to give up bowling due to his action, Prince turned his unusual action into strength. Initially, he lacked control, but gradually gained it as he grew older.
मैं अंडर 14 खेला था, तो उसके बाद जब मैं अंडर 14 ओवर हुआ था तो मैं ट्रायल पे जाता था। तो ट्रायल में 4-5 साल हो गए थे, 5 साल हो गए बस ट्रायल पे जा रहा हूँ, सेलेक्ट हुआ नहीं। तो थोड़ा सा मेंटली मैं बहुत डीमोटिवेटेड था क्योंकि मैं पढ़ाई में इतना अच्छा नहीं था स्टार्टिंग में।
वो बैट्समैन बनना चाहता था, असल में बैट्समैन बनना चाहता था, लेकिन इसका एक्शन जो डिफरेंट है बिल्कुल। मैंने इससे लेग स्पिन बॉल डलवाई तो मैंने की बॉल भी डाला, ऑलराउंडर का ज़माना था तो मैंने की बॉल डाला, तो इसका लेग स्पिनर का मैंने अलग से एक्शन था, मैंने कि तुम लेग स्पिन करोगे, लेकिन ये बैट्समैन बनना चाह रहा था। कई बार ट्रायल मैचों पे किसी कोच ने कहा कि यार तुम्हारा एक्शन तो ऐसा है, लेकिन आज उसी एक्शन की वजह से प्रिंस चौधरी को आईपीएल में सिलेक्शन कराया गया।
After representing Delhi under 14, he represented the national capital in under 16 cricket. But his best came for the Delhi under 19s. He played 14 of the 16 matches for Delhi under 19 in the season, picking 32 wickets. He was picked in Delhi's expanded squad of 26 players for the Ranji Trophy, soon after striking the IPL deal with Punjab Kings. IPL has given the chance to a whole lot of youngsters to exhibit their talent and burst on the national sporting scene. When we talk about the history of spinners that have quickly grabbed the eyeballs, Iqbal Abdullah made a name for himself in 2011, while Varun Chakravarti also walked the talk in 2021 and made it to the national team. Ravi Bishnoi burst into the limelight in IPL 2020, while another Delhi leg spinner, Suyash Sharma, caught everyone's attention with KKR in 2023.
मैंने प्रिंस को यही समझाया कि बेटे अभी इसको बड़ा लाइटली नहीं लेना, क्योंकि आईपीएल सिलेक्शन बहुत होते हैं, लेकिन वहाँ जगह बहुत कम लोग बना पाते हैं जो अपना कंटिन्यू उसको उस लेवल को लेके चले।
Like previous IPL editions, this season of the cashless T20 league might also give Indian cricket, or to be precise, world cricket, a bunch of young cricketers who have the potential to make it big. Prince also hopes to earn a name for himself.
Hailing from Khizrabad village in Delhi, Prince Chaudhary will set the ball rolling when he dons the pink jersey for Punjab Kings in the upcoming IPL season. A roller coaster journey awaits for the Delhi young lad, who has a journey full of hardships and challenges. With cameraman Manmohan, Abhishek Prasad for DD India.
And Cricket Australia on Tuesday announced the postponement of the 3-match men's T20 international series against Afghanistan, which was scheduled for August this year. CA said it would continue to engage with the Afghanistan Cricket Board in anticipation of improved conditions for women. The latest decision comes after further deliberation with the Australian government. The Taliban's return to power in Afghanistan in August 2021 resulted in restrictions on women's rights to work and study. CA had cancelled a single test match against Afghanistan, which was originally scheduled to be played in Hobart in November 2021. Additionally, CA withdrew from a 3-match ODI series that was supposed to be held in UAE in March 2023. CA said in a statement, the government's advice is that conditions for women in Afghanistan are getting worse. For this reason, we have maintained our previous position and will postpone the bilateral series against Afghanistan. The statement further added, CA continues its strong commitment to supporting participation by women and girls in cricket around the world and will continue to actively engage the International Cricket Council and work closely with the Afghanistan Cricket Board to determine what actions could be taken to support the resumption of bilateral matches in the future. After CA's decision, the Afghanistan Cricket Board then expressed their disappointment to postpone yet another bilateral series and reiterated its stance on neutral and politics-free cricket across the globe. In a statement, ACB said, ACB advocates for keeping cricket distinct from political influence, considering the game's significance in Afghanistan and its connection to the happiness and joy of the Afghan nation. ACB acknowledges the pressures faced by Cricket Australia from the Australian government and emphasises on the importance of addressing such issues through collaborative efforts between the two cricket boards. The ACB also urges the Australian government not to impose its policies on cricket boards and instead focus on supporting the development of cricket across regions. Sri Lanka Cricket has denied that they exploited any loopholes after the Vanindu Hasaranga test ban fiasco has grabbed the headlines in recent times. Hasaranga, who has retired from the longest format of the game in August last year, took a U-turn and was subsequently selected for the test series against Bangladesh. The International Cricket Council on Tuesday then suspended Hasaranga from the 2 test matches. This meant that he would be unable to play the series against Bangladesh, but meant that he would be available for the T20 World Cup 2024 and the upcoming season of the IPL with his new franchise, Sunrisers Hyderabad. While there has been speculation among fans and pundits that the Sri Lanka Cricket Board has exploited a loophole in the ICC rules, the governing body has strongly rejected this claim. The SLC claimed that Hasaranga had informed them via email on March 16 about the desire to play test matches and said that his fitness levels had improved. Had the all-rounder not reversed his test retirement, it would mean that he would miss 4 matches in the upcoming T20 World Cup 2024. If there was no ban for Hasaranga, it would have meant that the all-rounder would have ended up missing the first few matches of the IPL 2024 season, which has started. After winning the Women's Premier League 2024 title with Royal Challengers Bangalore, bowling all-rounder Shreyanka Patil opened up on meeting the star India batter Virat Kohli and said that she started watching cricket because of him. The 21-year-old sealed the purple cap after end of the second season of the WPL after she bagged 13 wickets after taking part in 8 matches at an average of 12.08 in the final match of WPL 2024 against Delhi Capitals. Shreyanka displayed a scintillating performance and led the RCB bowler after picking up 4 wickets. Shreyanka took to her official X account and said that she grew up dreaming of being like Kohli and meeting the former India skipper was her moment of life. She also wrote about the time Kohli came up to her and praised her bowling skills and was amazed that he knew her name. The iconic Empire State Building lights up as the countdown to T20 World Cup begins in New York. 2-time T20 World Cup champion Chris Gayle and USA bowler Ali Khan lit up the Empire State Building in New York to launch the trophy tour for the upcoming tournament. Here's a report for more.
The ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2024 Trophy Tour has officially been launched at New York's Empire State Building, with 2-time champion Chris Gayle and USA star Ali Khan lighting up the iconic skyscraper. The universe boss, Chris Gayle himself, had the honor of pulling the lever down to light up New York's most iconic building.
I don't like cameras, so don't.
The out-of-the-world trophy tour will reach 15 countries across 4 continents, visiting iconic sporting teams and stadia, famous landmarks and legendary cricketers, and much more. The event marks the first time an ICC World Cup will be held in US. The 9th edition of Men's T20 World Cup begins on 1st June 2024 and will be played across the USA and West Indies.
Who's going to win this?
Oh, West Indies.
No, what?
Sports Desk, DD India.
Making her return to tennis, Simona Halep on Tuesday hit back at Caroline Wozniacki after the Dane criticized the decision to give a wild card into the tournament. Former world number 1 Halep was given a warm welcome by the Miami crowd before fading as she lost 6-1, 4-6, 3-6 to Spainard Paula Badosa in her first game since the 2022 US Open. But while the Romanian flags and chants of her name showed she retains plenty of support after having her doping ban reduced by the Court of Arbitration for Sport, also known as CAS, last week, former world number 1 Wozniacki questioned the way Halep was allowed into the tournament. Wozniacki said, "This is not directly at Simona, but if someone purposely cheats, if someone had tested positive for doping, I understand why a tournament wants a big star in the tournament, but it's my personal belief, and it's not a knock on anyone, but it's my personal belief that I don't think people should be awarded wildcards afterwards. If you want to come back and it's been a mistake, I understand you should work your way up from the bottom. That's my personal opinion upon things." Asked about Wozniacki's comments, Halep said she did not understand her motivation. "Why did she say that? I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't cheat. I didn't dope, so it's better if we read the decisions from CAS that it was a contaminated supplement. It wasn't doping. I never had something to do with doping. I never doped, so I am not a cheater. That's what she said. In a major setback, Malaysia has rejected an offer to host the 2026 Commonwealth Games due to uncertainty over costs and insufficient funding offered. The Commonwealth Games Federation said a confidential process to determine a host for 2026 Games was continuing with other interested Commonwealth Games associations. Malaysia was asked to step in after the Australian state of Victoria withdrew as host, citing ballooning costs, with the Commonwealth Games Federation offering $126 million. Malaysia ruling itself out raises the possibility that the Games may not take place for the first time since being cancelled due to the Second World War. The Games are typically contested by about 70 countries and territories of the former British Empire, and medal tables have been in recent editions dominated by Australia, England, Canada, India, New Zealand and South Africa. The Indian Olympic Association on Thursday announced ace table tennis player Sharat Kamal as the Indian team's flag bearer for the upcoming Paris 2024 Olympics, while Olympic bronze medalist MC Mary Kom has been named as chef de mission for the Summer Games. The world number 88, Sharat, has won the National Table Tennis Championship a record 10 times. Mary is the first female boxer in boxing history to have captured 6 world titles. The 5-time Asian champion was the first female boxer from India to take home a gold medal at the 2014 Asian Games. Winter Olympian Shiva Keshavan has been appointed as the deputy chef de mission for Paris 2024. Hosts France will play the United States to kick off the men's soccer tournament at the Paris 2024 Olympics after the two teams were drawn together. The game will be played in Marseille on July 24, 2 days before the opening ceremony in Paris. New Zealand and the winner of a playoff between Guinea and the 4th-placed team in the Asian qualifying competition complete Group A. Argentina, who won the title in 2004 and 2008, were drawn with Morocco, Ukraine and a yet-to-be-determined Asian qualifier in Group B. 2 times defending champion Brazil will not take part in the men's tournament after failing to qualify. In the women's competition, world champion Spain, who will play at the Olympics for the first time, were drawn with Japan, Brazil and yet-to-be-determined African qualifier. Holders Canada will play hosts France, Colombia and New Zealand in Group A. The US, who are 4 times winners, are in Group B with Germany, Australia and an African qualifier. The women's final will conclude the soccer tournaments on August 10 at the Parc des Princes in Paris. While the organizers of 2030 World Cup Morocco, Spain and Portugal unveiled the logo for the tournament at an event in Portugal. FIFA announced last October that the 3 nations would co-host the 2030 World Cup with Uruguay, Argentina and Paraguay hosting the first 3 matches to mark the tournament's centenary. The inaugural World Cup in 1930 was held in Uruguay and won by the hosts after they defeated Argentina in the final in Montevideo. The presidents of all 3 football federations shared their common aim to organize a World Cup that will remain in everyone's memory.
3 countries, 2 continents, a single ambition: to organize a World Cup that will remain in everyone's memory. A World Cup that history will remember not only for being the best ever, but for being the one that defined new standards for the future of the competition.
Our goal is one, which is organizing the best World Cup in the history of FIFA and in the history of football. Our goal is one, to create a unique event with the participation of any and every athlete, blending human and cultural aspects.
Today we go hand in hand with 2 neighboring countries with which we want to build a championship of the world of several generations, because we want to mark the future with a unique World Cup. A competition with modern, iconic stadiums in the 3 countries that will offer the best conditions both for the game and for the fans who come to experience and enjoy it.
Former soccer player Robinho was arrested by Brazilian federal police to serve out a 9-year prison sentence for sexual assault after a court decision this week authorized the transfer of the sentence from Italy. A Milan court in 2017 found Robinho and 5 other Brazilians guilty of sexually assaulting a 22-year-old woman in 2013. The conviction was confirmed by an appeals court in 2020 and validated by Italy's Supreme Court in 2022. Earlier, Brazil's top court for non-constitutional matters upheld Robinho's rape conviction, determining he had to serve his 9-year prison sentence in Brazil. With less than 100 days until the official start of the Euro Cup in Germany, tournament director Philipp Lahm kicked off a trophy tour with the Euro 2024 trophy in Stuttgart on Friday. The trophy will visit the 10 German cities hosting matches during the tournament. Lahm said the goal was for people to come together even in these challenging times and celebrate together again. The start of the tour comes a day after a surprise announcement by the German Football Association to end their 77-year-long sponsorship with German sportswear company Adidas and switch to Nike in 2027. Egypt has dominated the 13th African Games hosted in Ghana. The country in fact won more than 170 medals to be crowned as the overall champions at the end of the competitions. DD India's correspondent Nabil Ahmed Rufai reports from Accra.
The event was hosted in 6 sporting venues in Ghana's capital Accra and Cape Coast in the central region. Thousands of fans attended the various venues to cheer on the athletes. Going into this year's games, Egypt was tipped as the favorites. They are the defending champions from the last games held in Morocco in 2019, where they won a record 260 medals. They were not able to beat this record this time around, but they came up tops at the end of this year's African Games with nearly 200 medals. Nigeria placed second, followed by South Africa in third position. Host nation Ghana placed sixth with nearly 60 medals. Most of the country's medals were won in the arm wrestling competition. The 13th African Games in Ghana have closed with many sports fans celebrating the victory of their countries. The competitions have also shown that Africa can unite through sports. Nabil Ahmed Rufai in Accra, Ghana, reporting for DD India.
While the CONMEBOL reopened its South American Soccer Museum on Monday in Paraguay. The new museum, which was originally opened in 2009, is dedicated to the history of the sport in the region. One of the museum's main attractions are a set of statues of soccer superstars Diego Armando Maradona, Pele and Lionel Messi. CONMEBOL president said the venue brought justice to the South American soccer.
Today is a day to celebrate. It's a very special day filled with emotion. It's a special day for South American soccer because what we are doing is simply bringing justice.
Thank you for joining us on this edition of Sports 360, your one-stop destination to the heartbeat of sports, blending news, analysis and nostalgia. We hope you enjoyed it. Join us every week as we bring you the pulse of the sports world. Until then, stay healthy and keep cheering for your favorite players and teams in the Indian Premier League. Namaskar.